20th phone-in. This is the big one. Or is it the 21st tonight? It might be the 21st one tonight. Who knows? Fantastic. But lovely, lovely to have you with us. Welcome to our TikTokers, of course. And if you're watching on YouTube, do subscribe. And if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on Facebook, or if you're watching on LinkedIn, this is Scottie McClue, hashtag FlowTie, the first lord of the internet, with the world's top internet phone-in, probably the world's finest internet phone-in. How amazing is that? So a very, very warm welcome to you. And did you do Scottie boy in time tonight? Absolutely. We're always in time, always spot on. Here's the phones going on the phone-in. You're live on Scottie's phone-in. Who's that?
Thank you, Scott.
Ah, did you do, Glenn? You were quick off the mark tonight, La.
I set the top side on, Scottie, to be honest.
You done what?
You've got to set the barriers high, and you're on.
Oh, you've got to set the bar right up the top there, Glenn.
You've got to play right at top,
you've got to go right at top, first off.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Would you say in Yorkshire, first off or first on?
I'd say first off, Scottie.
First off?
Yeah. We've got a decent moon tonight, Scottie.
Beautiful moon tonight, a Yorkshire moon.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. There's everybody joining us on TikTok, Glenn. Hello, Scottie. How are you? Says Icky.
Yeah, nice one.
Hey, they're all here.
Do you like dark nights or do you like summer nights?
Oh, I like. See, a night like tonight is absolutely perfect. Nice and still. You know, beautiful sky.
Change clocks, don't we?
Yeah, fantastic.
End of British summertime.
End of British summertime coming up. Now, listen, have you ever heard of the Lunar Men?
I have, yes, Scottie.
Yeah, the Lunar Men. And
so this is a lunar eclipse?
No, the Lunar Men.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have you heard of them?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, the Lunar Men were great thinkers, people like Josiah Wedgwood of Wedgwood Pottery. And James Watt, the engineer from Greenock that invented the condensing steam engine.
Correct, yeah.
You see, and what they used to do, the reason they were called the Lunar Men, they used to meet on full moons because they could walk it.
Oh, yeah.
You see, and they could get out there, and they came up with clever ideas like Wedgwood Pottery. Josiah Wedgwood was losing a lot of his beautiful pottery on the rutted roads. It was smashing. Right. No matter how much he wrapped it all up, it was getting smashed. So he was losing a lot of what he was making.
There is a lot of pottery in museums, isn't there, Scottie?
Yeah, clever. Staffordshire, of course, not far from thee.
Definitely.
Derbyshire.
Have you been to Chatsworth House, Scottie?
Very much so, yes, indeed.
And Cannon Home.
Yep, and I'll tell you, there was a tie-up between the Chatsworths and the Fitzwilliams at Wentworth Woodhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know that one.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and that's had some history, that place, I'll tell you.
I've never really watched Downton Abbey that much. Have you, Scottie?
No, I haven't watched as much of it as I would have liked to.
Yeah.
But I like the actors in it. I like Maggie Smith.
Oh, fantastic actress.
You know, she's fantastic. So it's wonderful stuff. So I haven't, to be honest, seen as much as I would have liked to. Do you like it, you saying?
I have really followed it, Scottie, to be honest now.
Yeah. Sometimes when everybody's watching something, you don't always get to it. You know what I mean?
It's like Line of Duty was mentioned as well, weren't it?
Well, Line of Duty, you see, I didn't see that first off, but I kind of binge watched it on the catch-up.
I had trended on it when everything first came out. A lot of people trend it at the lifetime, don't they, when it's first up.
Absolutely.
On mainstream,
but I have to say, Line of Duty was very, very well done.
Yeah, definitely.
We could do with AC12 round about some of the politicians.
I reckon we could, can't we? Scottie, we could start a conference with that, can't we?
We could get a conference going with that lot, love.
And there's also Peaky Blinders as well. That's also another big
Peaky Blinders, very good. Can't see a thing, Peaky Blinders.
Another great
drama. That was a goodie, wasn't it? Great stuff.
You can't beat Heartbeat.
You know, Heartbeat, lovely.
You can't beat Heartbeat or The Royal.
Yeah, The Royal's another cracker. Yes, very good.
when you come to think about it, we've had a lot of good dramas over the years, haven't we? But
very good.
Comedy's my genre, to be honest, Scottie.
Well, to be honest, there's quite a bit of comedy in Heartbeat in the Royal.
There is, yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, obviously there's some terrific sadnesses as well, but you get a good laugh. And I loved Bleakton and Alf and all that lot, you know.
Greengrass David.
I liked when Alf is like got a fag in one hand and an egg sandwich in the other and a cup of tea in the other, and phone goes, you know, and he's giving it Aidensfield, please.
Fantastic.
You know, all that, and then somebody says there's been a break in at all, Alf. He goes, aye, I think I might know who's done that.
One who works in the one who works in bar with Gina, innit?
Gina, she's amazing. Yeah, she's a Scouser. Yeah, they're very, very good.
Sometimes when you say, all right, you know, like when you're saying to somebody on phone, and sometimes a little bit of Scouse comes out, Scottie.
From me?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
A little bit, yeah.
Ah, a little bit of Scouse.
Scottie, you've got a little bit of everything, though, aren't you?
Little bit of everything. The world's only honorary Yorkshireman.
Definitely. You've been around, Scottie, you've been everywhere and everywhere, aren't you? So it's...
I've been around. A lady looked at my CV once and she put it down. She went, well, there's nothing you haven't done, really, is there? I love all that.
Scottie Real Family.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant stuff.
That was my best comedy.
That was another cracker. That was it. I loved him sitting there, you know.
Yeah, Jim.
What's Jim like having that whole box of After Eights for his Christmas?
Brilliant. And when he comes in, father-in-law to be,
yeah,
can't wait to get rid of him. Just like him, you know what.
But you know, to be honest, Glenn, how many of us have not been in a house just like that?
We're talking right nice to the face, and as soon as they've got that.
Yeah. And then, you know, you pop round on a Saturday afternoon and you just sit watching the telly with the family.
Exactly.
They go, oh, hello, love, come in. We're just watching this. They don't put telly off or out.
And there was another one, Jeffrey Hughes, when you Twitter.
What was that one?
Twitter, after Real Family Twitter.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Oh, aye. Excellent. Very well done.
They're doing the Mumbo number 5 when they're doing it.
Very well done. Very well done. Now, listen, my boy, I'm going to dash tonight because we got a row last night.
Nice one, Scottie.
But you take great care and dinky-doo.
Dinky-doo, Scottie. Take care, big man.
Appreciate your call. Fantastic. That's our Glenn with the chit-chat. Now, what's happening tonight? Now, here we go. Here we go. Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dinky-doo from Scottie McClue. Hi, Scottie. Numpty Head first again. No, that wasn't Numpty Head. You live, Scottie? Yes, we're live. Hi, Scottie. Dinky-doo, says Karima. A lovely way to talk ideas. Hello, everyone. Kareem, why are you not on first? Were you in the bath? You're live on Scottie's phone in, is that?
Hi, Scottie. How are we, Kareem?
Oh, Kareem, excellent. Kareem, you got bitten to the post tonight.
I did. I'll give other people a wee chat.
You got pipped at the post tonight, I'll tell you. Now, fantastic. How are you, sir?
I am well, thank you. And yourself?
Well, very much so, because we've had some very good social media. It's building and building. And yes, it's little acorns. I'll be the first to admit that. But we're live on TikTok right now with all the beautiful TikTokers.
Yes, hello, TikTok.
Yes, hello, everybody on TikTok. This is Kareem saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. I'll just, while you're on, Kareem, because if we're busy on the phones, Scottie, hope you've had a good day. Good evening, says Jason. If you got time in your hands, watch an audience with Alf Garnett. Good to have you back, says Martin. Scottie, how you doing, says Hodger Whisht. Lauren says dinky-doo. And who else have we? That's it. Good evening, sir, says Susie. So there we are, Sue. Sue, who's a gentleman in Holland. There we are, a boy named Sue. Ja, kom in te huis, wilt je een kopje thee hebben? En weer in mijn klompen. Ja, ja.
Excellent.
Now then.
I was reading in the Facebook earlier on regarding this weekend within Glasgow that although, is it June?
to have the big orange walks, but they're having a massive one.
July is usually the big one. The 12th of July is Orange Day, because that commemorates the Battle of the Boyne in 1690.
Right. But they're having, they were saying thousands of people are going to be ascending to Glasgow this weekend.
Yes.
Obviously, probably avoid the place if you don't want trouble or to get caught up in traffic.
Well, I think most people just avoid orange walks anyway, because they do hold up the traffic if you're going to do your shopping.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's only a sort of, there's a kind of handful of people that support it now. I think it's something that is dying out, to be honest with you.
Was it King William or King Billy? I think, I didn't know, I was reading briefly about it.
King William, what happened very briefly, Kareem, they brought, up until 1688, the king's power was absolute. So if the king said, kill him, then somebody got their head chopped off, you know. Now, then you had Parliament, the start of democracy. And you had the Parliament, but the king was in charge of Parliament. And then in 1688, they brought over a Stuart's husband. So what had happened was Mary Stuart had married Prince William of Orange, who was a very, very dodgy character, very dodgy, right? And, you know, I mean, I won't go into some of the horror stories about him. Anyway, suffice to say, they brought him over, but they said to him, you will also do what Parliament tells you, so your power won't be absolute, it will be constitutional. And that was the start of constitutional monarchy. Now, also, it had fitted in with the Reformation, so they were concerned that we might end up with another Catholic monarch, and they ended up with a Protestant monarch in King William. And he was the one responsible for the Glencoe massacre. But it was a kind of long story because MacDonald didn't make it in time to sign the oath of allegiance.
Right.
You see?
Was there something to do with the Vatican, with King William, King Billy or something? I was reading about that he was sent something to do with the Vatican. I don't know if it's just hearsay or not, you know, if social media is like making up things.
I don't know what in particular you will be referring to, but he did fight James, who was actually his father-in-law, at the Battle of the Boyne over in Ireland in 1690.
Right.
And they wore green. They didn't wear orange. They wore green, you know. So it was, he came from Orange in Holland. So that was the reason is you have your orange men, your supporters of a Presbyterian, a Protestant monarchy. Yes, and you have the crown and the Bible.
Right. Okay.
So that's what they're known as loyalists because they're loyal to the crown.
Yes, Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, well, it is now, but in actual fact, I mean, these are all sort of tentative things. Queen Anne was your naughty girl. She was a Stuart. People are always shouting, we want a Stuart back. It was Queen Anne that facilitated the Union. And the Union's built on very, very soft sand. It was all very dodgy, but she pushed it through. And in 1701, you had the Act of Succession. That was to say that they didn't want a Catholic on the throne. So they wanted to put a stop to this yin and yang, Catholic, Protestant, because you only had Protestants since the late 1500s anyway.
Right, okay.
You see? So, but they wanted a Protestant king, and Queen Anne, who was the last of the Stuarts, she died in 1714, she pushed through the Union because it was King William that had actually bankrupted Scotland by pulling out of the Darien scheme.
Right. Okay.
Yes. So a lot of Scots perished on the isthmus of Panama in tropical climes, disease, illness, poverty, starvation, the lot. Plus the rest had been fighting. The nobles had fought themselves almost to death. So what Queen Anne did was she bribed them. So she said to people like the Duke of Hamilton at the time, who actually was so vain, he called his daughter, he called his son Anne, after Queen Anne. So you had actually got Duke Anne of Hamilton at one point.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. So they didn't want, going back to the Declaration of Arbroath in the 1300s, they didn't want the Pope choosing the Scottish king. So that was why the Declaration of Arbroath, it was a letter from the aristocracy, really, saying, look, can we choose our king? So the king was effectively elected in Scotland.
Right.
But by the nobles. So that's the back. Sorry to go into all that stuff, but that's the background to it. Now, since then you had Ireland, and Ireland was very big because Britain had the Irish crown. So the British ran the whole of Ireland, but some of them treated the Catholics and the peasants badly. So that did not go down well, and that was the start of your troubles that flared up after during the First World War, after the First World War, into the 20s, and then flared up again in the late 60s.
Right. Okay.
And it really only was put a stop to by the Good Friday Agreement.
Yes.
You see,
right. Okay.
once America steps in, the nonsense stops. Because America can say, look, see if you don't all stop your nonsense, nobody will ever hear of your little country again.
What was the Good Friday Agreement again?
Well, the Good Friday Agreement was 1998. Am I right in that? 1998. And that was when Tony Blair, the British Prime Minister, and the Irish Taoiseach and the Irish the Minister for Ireland at the time, everybody got together and came to an agreement that all the troubles stop. The fighting stops now. Because you see, so many Americans, I mean, there's a lot of Americans supporting the Irish people because so many Americans are descendants. And there was the famine in Ireland in 1841, and that caused people to flee just so they could even save their lives. And a lot of them came to Glasgow. And it was their descendants that started Celtic Football Club. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And you got a lot that went over to America as well, didn't
Yes, yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Irish diaspora, as they call it, is absolutely massive throughout the world. The same with the Scots, you know? They're absolutely all over the place, Canada, Australia, because the clearances. And again, this is where Westminster backed the clearances. So Scotland has had a very, very tough deal. And the union was supposed to be 50-50.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what Westminster needs to start respecting, but is absolutely terrified of, because if they lose Scotland, they lose so many resources. And so much money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, see all the information you've told me there, Scottie.
Yes.
I probably guarantee a lot of these people that will be marching at the weekend won't have a clue what you've just said.
Absolutely not. They won't have a clue about any of that.
Yeah.
You know, they won't have a clue about any of that. They've just been brought up. This is what you are, but they haven't been told why.
Yeah.
You know? I remember a doctor telling me that a lady had gone into the surgery and they have to fill in a form to get onto the practice. And they said, it says you could state your religion. And I think he'd said to her, that's optional. And she said, no, I don't mind. I'm Rangers. Do you know? Yeah, yeah. And I mean, that's where it all goes. That's why I was saying last night at an old firm, what we should do is start it with a mass and a divine service. And there's no admission to the ground once the service has started. You have mass, you have divine service, and then you have the game. And that will flush out till we see really how devout the whole religious thing is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the excuse people have used for bad behavior over the years.
Yeah.
They've said, well, it's a religious thing, you see.
I think we have to move on from excuses.
Yeah.
I do think both sides are as bad as each
other.
Oh,
absolutely. That's why, you see, I don't take sides.
Yeah.
Because my problem, if you like, is I can see everyone's point of view. Now, that doesn't make it right. It doesn't excuse it, but it does explain it.
Yeah.
You see?
If you look recently with use Rangers as an example, the 2 times that they were in George Square and completely destroyed the place and vandalised the statues, that to me, that's not fans. And Celtic would get their knuckles rapped as well if that was them doing that as well, and I'd be saying that, and I'm sure a lot of other people would be saying that. To me, that's not fans. That's just thugs attaching themselves to a club.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that one again, Kareem? The start of that there?
Sorry, that was thugs attaching themselves to a club.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's where they think there's trouble. I mean, you get people trying to make trouble. They think they'll get a fight.
Oh, aye. And sadly, they will when it's an Old Firm day. I've never been to an Old Firm, and I have no intentions because I just think the hatred that you're going to see with people against each other is disgusting. And at the end of the day, it's as if for 90 minutes, whatever sanity they have, whatever decency they have, that goes out the window, and just listening to the shouting, the swearing, the hatred, the bigotry. It's beyond stupid.
I'm just wondering if we should start to phase out swearing. Mm-hmm. Just actually phase it out.
I'd say good luck with that, because I know that I've got the kids in our school. I think swearing comes every second.
Comes a bit easily to them, but they must have heard it somewhere, you see.
Yeah. Well, I think, partly I do blame parents for that, but also I think if you look at social media as well, because you do have a lot of...
See, I think the second somebody swears in social media, their point is actually null and void.
I've heard you say that many times, and actually I think that is very valid. There's a study that actually says people that swear, and I've seen it a few times in certain facts, that people that swear tend to be more honest and trustworthy.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all. I think they tend to be more slippery. Because they're struggling for language. Now, don't think I'm a saint. Don't think I have never said a wee naughty word on occasion. But I do try to ration myself.
Well, if you hurt your finger, if you fall, of course, out of anger, you might swear.
No. If I hurt my finger, say I hit my finger with that, I do what the Queen would do and go on a short, informal walkabout.
That'll be good, calm down. Yeah, but no, I just thought to bring that up, Scottie, because there will be trouble this weekend. There always is something. And I just hope, I hope in a modern Scotland, if we do get this chance for a referendum, that we can, put it down to a bare minimum, I think would be the best thing. But one thing I would like Police Scotland was to, and both sides as well, they have been criticised because a lot of the trouble was allowed to go on, and there's a lot of video footage of that. Instead of nipping it in the bud, stamping it out, I think the police felt, well, it's best to just let them have it and move them on, so there's not going to be issues within the wider community. I always remember, before I go, Scottie, are you still there, Scottie?
Yes, listening.
Hi, sorry. A couple of years back, when my granddad was in hospital before he passed away, God rest his soul, 2 years ago, I remember I was in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Govan, the very big one, the new one. And on the night, just around the corner, it was when there was massive fights within Govan.
Yes.
Around the corner, and you had the police vans and everything, and it was just... I can't really remember. I think it was Rangers fans, and they weren't happy about something, but it was just horrible to think that was still going on in modern Glasgow today. It's
maybe we need Sir Percy Sillitoe back.
Aye, right, okay.
Have you ever heard of Sir Percy Sillitoe?
I have not, but...
Right, Percy Sillitoe was the Chief Constable of Sheffield. Right. And they invited him to become the Chief Constable of Glasgow. And he was a great big man, big handsome guy. And he came up to Glasgow, and they had the razor gangs were running about at the time in the Gorbals and in Govan. And Percy put together great big groups of Highland policemen. Yeah, and they were all armed with clubs and sticks and everything. And Percy said to them, "We will not charge you for assault or anything like that. If you see a fight, you break it up," right? So these vans were going around Glasgow, and when the gangs were fighting, the police would disgorge themselves and go over and just absolutely leather the shecht out of the gangsters.
And that stopped it very quickly.
Very, very, very quickly indeed. So nobody messed with Sir Percy. And then when Percy retired, he was running a wee sweet shop away down in the south of England, him and his missus, a wee paper shop and sweeties and things. And two guys came in one afternoon and spoke to him and asked him if, he would consider a job offer. And he said, no, I'm semi-retired now and I'm quite happy and blah, blah, blah. And it was to become the head of MI5.
Oh my goodness. Did you turn it down?
I don't know what happened. I'll need to find out more. But the more you hear about these guys, the more fascinating they become. And I know there's a biography of Percy Sillitoe, and I saw it in a second-hand shop. And for some reason, I didn't buy it that day. I maybe didn't have the money. It's probably £1 or £2. But I thought, I didn't buy it. And I wish I had, because I'd love to find out more about Percy Sillitoe.
There was a study before I go, sorry, I know I've overstayed my welcome.
You'll never overstay your welcome, but, obviously people will be going, we're only getting about half a dozen calls in.
Before I go, there was a study today, and it was about the justice with under 25s, just bringing that up there, Scottie.
Yes.
Their new idea is what they want to introduce, is that if they don't want to put them in jail, they want to try to get them back into rehab. And
I saw that, yeah.
Society. And I just think that's too much mollycoddling if you're going to go down that road. I do think that a lot of people play the system well, and we've spoken about this before in the past, but I won't go on. I'll leave that for something.
No, but if you're not careful, you're quite right. You're going to end up with a soft system where youngsters think, I might just get away with that.
Yeah.
And we need to put a stop to that as well.
I know. I'll attend a course here and there, and that'll be me a wee
that'll be me. I've got away with that serious assault,
I'll have a wee think about that, Scottie, for another night, but I'll say dinky-doo. Everybody.
Dinky-doo. No, quality stuff. You never need to apologise. Dinky-doo.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, Kareem. What a fascinating guy. Now, Kareem's very, very good. That is amazing. Lots of lovely TikTokers with us, Dinky-doo. If you're looking to phone in, you can. You're live on Scottie's Phone In. Who's that? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? No, nobody there. Absolutely. We problem with it. Not to worry. That's a lovely way to talk ideas. Absolutely, Angel. Who else have we got on here? Dinky Doo says Ian. Giving others a chance, says Kareem. Very good, Kareem. My name's Michael. How are you feeling today? I'm going to the gym. Good one, Michael. That's excellent stuff. Our great Glenn, and then Kareem. Eddie says, Dinky Doo. Can't believe they still do walks. They really should stop it, says Angel. Yep, that's right. Yes, Angel's saying, stop the orange walks. 1300, but everyone was Catholic. Well, Vaughn, everyone is still Catholic, just not everyone is Roman Catholic. Now, our lovely TikTokers, Dinky Doo, lovely to have you with us. Dinky Doo from Russia, with love, Matthew, thank you. Dinky Doo to support Scottish independence. I think economically they could do well. How are you so knowledgeable, Scotty, says Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. I'm surprised that a human-sized head can hold all the immense knowledge you possess, says Kirby. Kirby Dinky Doo. He must be a Mensa member. Yes, IQ of 164, I believe. There we are. All a load of dribble. Not at all. Scottish independence, Dinky Doo, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Scotty the legend, says Corey. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Thank you, Scottie. It's Jordan here.
Jordan, how lovely to hear you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I've just got a really important question for you.
Yes, sir.
So I'm thinking of coming out the closet, and I don't know how to tell my parents.
Jordan, how long have you been thinking about this?
Like, seriously, 3 months, but like on and off, like close to a year.
Close to a year. Right. Now, I'm not the best advisor in the world, but do you have to tell your parents?
I just feel like it's disrespectful if they don't know.
Do you think your parents might already know anyway?
I don't think I've said anything that like hints towards it.
Are they liable to be difficult about it?
Yeah, like my dad is like very Christian and he's very against it.
Right, but I mean, if you can explain yourself that this is how it is, because you see, you don't actually have to justify yourself, Jordan. This is you. This is the way you are. This is part of you, and you should not be living with anxiety or fear.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, you should not be having a tough time. You're young and you're happy, and you should be celebrating being you.
Thanks, Scottie. That was my only question. You really helped me there.
That's what I would say there, Jordan, and work out when it suits you to tell them, if at all.
Thanks, Scottie. Well, I'll talk to you later, sexy man. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Dink. You do. Right, to the telephones. It's Scottie the Legend. Who are the Scots? There's Scrag. You're losing viewers, Scottie. Now, Scrag, would you rather we didn't include the TikTokers at all then? You see what I mean? We're not losing anybody. It's a massive, massive world out there. This is the internet. This isn't some tiny 2-bit radio station. This isn't some tiny television company that's struggling. This is the internet we're on. People can come and join us if they want to. If they don't want to, that's fine. So we're not around begging for viewers or for listeners, Scrag. I'm going to be doing this anyway. If you want to join me, that's beautiful. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. Right? Obviously, if you're joining SCOTTIE McCLUE, you're going to do a lot better than not joining SCOTTIE McCLUE. But see, there's rubbish you've put here. You're losing viewers and stuff. I don't agree. All right? We've got the phone in running, and we happen to have included all the TikTokers to join in. So your choice is you either stick with us, Scrag, or you don't. And it's not a problem either way. Are you with me? Yes, there we go. Does that sort you out, my boy? Scottie, how are you, buddy? There we are. I've just put a question mark to Scrag. Scottie, 6 people watching. Loads have seen. Well, I've got 13 on here at the moment. Scottie, come to Rothsay. We love Rothsay, especially the beautiful facilities on the pier with the marble cisterns. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Scottie, it's me, Glenn.
Oh, Glenn, my goodness me. How are you?
Don't justify yourself to people like him, though, Scottie.
People like Scrag there.
Yeah,
he's going, you're losing. Listen, he doesn't understand the internet. There are billions of people out there. Now, they don't know about us yet. Well, if I could tell you everyone in the world, and we know that 2 billion have heard of SCOTTIE McCLUE, but they don't know about our phone-in.
They're all going to... He's going to say, oh, you're blowing your own trumpet and all this, and but you're backing it up with evidence.
All that rubbish. But the thing is, see that guy there? I mean, he's been a fan for years, but he's saying, you know, you're losing viewers. We're not losing viewers at all.
That's what you're getting.
You know, people can come and join us or not. We're going to be doing this anyway. This is what he doesn't understand.
What's the problem? Is he trying to just get you rallied up or something?
No, I just don't know what point he's actually making. Do you see what I mean? I've included the TikTokers in tonight's phone-in. Now, his alternative is we don't include TikTok at all.
Oh, please.
You see?
Yeah, come on. I think you've got to include all different platforms.
Yeah. So we've got TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitch.
And if something else comes on, you'll include that in
Yeah, everybody needs to follow us on Twitch, guys. If you've got a Twitch account, Scottie_McClue.
Not everybody's going to multitask and put you on all different platforms. They'll be
No, no. People are just learning about it. For goodness sake, as I said, we're a couple of weeks old.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing how you give people a free present and they moan.
He owes you an apology, Scotty, doesn't he?
They moan. You know, yeah, come on, Scrag. Let's have an apology, lad.
Scotty, I'll put some art to him, then if he can think of something better to make it into improve it,
yeah,
you'll consider it.
I'll be delighted to hear anything, any suggestions, but don't get something for free with one of the world's leading broadcasters and start moaning.
If he can find a way to improve your gig,
yeah, I'll be delighted.
You'll consider it, won't you?
Of course we will.
I think it's as good as it can be. It's fantastic at the minute.
You know, we're there and we're live, you know, and who can actually fault that? There's nothing to moan about. See this moan culture?
Yeah.
I would just say, I would take the lot off them and say, right, you're getting nothing.
Exactly. You're getting no whatsoever.
You're getting a lifetime ban from Scottie McClue's phone in.
Like I said, come up with something constructive,
yeah.
Then you'll consider it. But
yeah, that's it. But I mean, to come on and say, "Oh, you're losing viewers,"
take it with a pinch of salt.
Take it with a pinch of salt, lad. I mean, absolutely. There are billions of people out there. Do you know what I mean?
Does it want you to just be sitting like a little drunk with it, just
saying, "Oh my goodness, oh dear, oh please don't."
Doing what everybody on TikTok and that when they do all the videos, you've got to be different. You've got to be unique to yourself.
You've got to be your sin.
If you're not yourself, you're not being honest, are you?
You're not. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? And with Scottie McClue, as you know, what you see is what you get.
A great call from that lad who just came out anyway. Good on him.
Good on him, I tell you. Hey, and dinky do to thee, la.
Dinky do, Scotty. Take it easy, big
top man, you look after yourself, Glenn. Ta-ra-la. Top man, absolutely. Now, what do we got here? Larky Derry, hello. Says Angel. They should just behave and say nothing, right? Or out in the park they go. They're the ones who should get a ban from the grounds. You know, they have cameras and police. But you are upholding old school journalism standards, Scotty. Well, of course, Vaughn. Absolutely. The people matter on here. Exactly. They hear it at home. Bad language is so disrespectful. I want freedom for Scotland, says Vaughn. Right, Vaughn. We'll get you a bit of that. We're all back at school, Scotty, for a history lesson. Yes. Dinky do, Kareem. Good call. Thank you, Glenn. Tell them you're dying, then say, no, I'm only joking. Well said, Scotty. It's amazing. It's on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. So pleased to see the phone lines are back. Angel, absolutely. You should give us a call. There we go. Scottie McClue, you're needing an advert in the newspapers. You can be seen on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitch, and give them the phone number. Good one, Angel. We like that. 2 strikes and you're out. Scotty, people can be and will be jealous of you and your success. Kareem, Scrag's been on a long time. Why is he moaning? It's costing him nothing, right? And he's getting an hour of free chit-chat with Scottie McClue. And he's going, do you know what I mean? I think if they banned orange walks, says Larky Derry, they would just have straight gay parades with flute bands. Right. Too many people whinging about everything nowadays. Frank, you're quite right. Absolutely. Good whinge. Scotty, have you heard from the old guy who used to call you Nation Radio to give you a tune in his harmonica? No, Hamish from the drum. I'm not sure. Hamish was an Orangeman. He could have told us all about it. Very interesting man. 100%. Yep. 10% authentic, Scotty. That's the stuff. If we get any more free, we'll blow away. Yes, keyboard warriors, Scotty. Too many of them, says Glenn. Dinky do, Glenn. Good evening, Scotty. Let's go on to TikTok. What have we got here? Jack, we don't discuss the pandemic. Scottie McClue, would you get a clue? Alpha, I've got a clue. Have you? Dinky do. Fantastic. All our lovely TikTokers. Scotty boy, how are we? Hello, Ryan. Lovely to have you with us, Dinky do. Tap, tap, tappity tap, tappity tappity tap. You TikTokers. Do you still have your mega mix? Yes, we do somewhat. You're live at Scottish Phoning. Who's that?
Oh, you know it's wonderful to be on live on Scottish Phoning.
Ah, Numpty Heat.
The three Numpty Heat.
How are you, Numpty Heat? Numpty Heat, what do you think of Scrag having a moan?
I'll tell you, I've phoned up for a reason, Scotty.
Right.
Now, you're talking about the Campbells and the McDonald's.
Yes, Glencoe.
Well, let me tell you about Glencoe, Scotty. I've been up to Glencoe camping because I was interested in the history.
Yes.
And I've visited the monument.
Yes.
3 times.
Yes.
That's been put there by the Canadian clan.
Yes.
If you can, where I'm coming from.
Yes, of course we can. We can where you're coming from.
Now, can I tell you a secret about the clans, the McDonald's and the Campbells?
Yes, let me just say hello to JMZ and Peter Heed.
What about him?
He's just saying hello to me on TikTok. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about the Scottie McClue megaphone.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
About the McDonald's.
But if you tell us the secret, it'll not be a secret.
Well, listen, it's history, Scotty.
Good.
It's only those that refer to history will ken the secret.
Ken.
It refers to the clans.
Ken.
The McDonald's, when they were visited, they were visited by King William's crowd.
King William's crowd, that was the Campbells.
Aye, the Campbells,
because they were loyal to the king, you see.
They put them up for a fortnight, Scotty.
They put them up for a fortnight, but MacDonald, old MacDonald, not the one with the farm, hadn't made it to sign the oath of allegiance to King William because of the bad weather and the poor travelling conditions.
The snow,
so he couldn't make it in the snow to Inverary.
Right.
So that's why the McDonald's, King William ordered the murder of the McDonald's.
Aye.
Although the McDonald's were bad as well.
Right, Scotty, I need to tell you this.
Yes.
I need to tell you this. A lot of houses were burned down. Right?
Correct.
A lot of houses were burned down.
Yes.
But I'll tell you, a lot of them managed to flee before they were massacred.
Yes.
Because the soldiers, the Campbells, tell them this is the real reason why we are here. Now, run now before we have to massacre you.
So they let a lot of them go.
That's why only a wee drop of the McDonald's was slaughtered.
Right, so they didn't wipe out the clan, they let a few of them go.
They slaughtered only a few, but they burned down many houses.
They burned them out.
They gave them a chance to run.
That's very interesting. Now, I didn't know that, Numpty Heat.
Well, Scotty, these soldiers that were sent there on King William's orders,
yes,
felt this isn't right. You know, they're putting us up with...
Remember, they came to the door with murder in mind. The Campbell had orders King William had signed.
I'll tell you, there's a good song there, sung by the Corries.
The Massacre of Glencoe. Oh, cruel was the snow.
Glencoe song, the Corries sing.
Beautiful. Kenneth Fine.
Aye, well, I'll tell you, people should listen to that song. They'll get a wee drift to the story.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, Scotty, a lot of them managed to run in the snow and the hills.
Fantastic. Well, Numpty Heat, there you are. You've educated us all tonight.
Well, I'm not finished because see the morning night, I'm going to give you more education.
Well, we can't wait. That gives us something to look forward to. Tomorrow will go better.
Make sure everybody's tuned in then.
Absolutely. Tune in for Numpty Heat's history. There we go. What a guy. How amazing was that? I didn't know they'd let so many of them go. Loving the phone in, Scottie. Dinky do every day. Yeah, we don't need to repeat what we hear. Everyone knows what's happening in the world. Time to spread the love, not the bad news. Scottie, like you said, it's just the culture. They love to moan. Absolutely. The Bruce gets a medal of Germany. Yes, indeed. Well, Robert D. Bruce was French, of course. Wonderful to have all you beautiful TikTokers on. Fantastic turnout tonight. Thank you for that. And dinky do. There we are. Now, give us a call as soon as you can. We've got about another 15 minutes of the phone in tonight. So I want to hear lots about it. And get sharing, of course, that we're live on the old TikTok. We love that. Fantastic. I'm going to do a share. I might disappear for a second, but I'm going to share the TikTok. All right. So there we are. So it's going, and we'll just put live now. Live now. There we are. Live. Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. That's gone out. Right. That's the old TikToker sorted there. I've just shared that. If everybody watching, if you're watching on Twitch, can you follow me? Scottie_McClue. If you've got a Twitch account, Scottie_McClue. Go to it and follow me, please. We need another dozen followers. Yeah, we started off with 2 last week. We've now got 65. So I need another 12 tonight. 77 would be nice before bedtime. So if you've got a Twitch account, Scottie_McClue. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for the notifications. Let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. This phone in is about 2 weeks old. So there you go. What have we got here? Lovely to have everybody with us tonight. Thank you very much. Lots of lovely people on the old TikTok. Super Scottie McClue. Amazing Adam. Lovely to have you with us. Hi, Scottie. Hello, Scottie, my man. We love all this stuff. Thank you so much to all you beautiful TikTokers. Lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky do. Now, great show as always, Scottie. Thank you, Larky Derry. You should phone us in. Mrs. Paws has joined us and says hi. Hi, Mrs. Paws. How lovely to have you with us. I wonder if I can do some sharing here. That would be rather good. What have we got here? There we are. There's some detail coming up for you. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Get yourself onto Scottie's LinkedIn and come and join us. Give us a quick call on the phone in. Always lovely to have you with us, and welcome. There we are. Jacob, we don't need to know that, so we'll just let you go. There's Jacob away down the Swanee for being filthy. Yes, we don't need your filth on here. And Flamingo, we'll send you down the Swanee for being a half-witted idiot. There we are, gone. How beautiful is that? Lovely. Just getting rid of what we call the wee trolls on the TikTok. We've got the TikTokers up live with us as well, guys. So excellent stuff. Do come and follow us as soon as you possibly can. Feel free to give us a call. You've got the telephone number there. I'll hold it up for you all to see. Can you see that? You can call Scottie on 0141 628 9795. We're barely a fortnight old and already very, very popular. Guys, remember this is the internet phone-in. It's worldwide. We just need to get the news out there that we're live. And that's where you come in. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, I say. Get the word out there and let's hear what is happening. Right, more beautiful chat from you guys. What have we got here? Here we go. Scottie, you should allow people to stream it in their channel. That way you'll get Twitch friends watching. Well, Angel, we're going to do that. I mean, how would I go about doing that? You know, I mean, I think everybody should be streaming it. But how do you tell them all? Because I'm new to Twitch and we had about 2 followers and now we've got 65. I would like another 12 tonight. So if you've got a Twitch account, Scottie_McClue. If you've got a Twitch channel, then get streaming it. Get the word out there, I say. Angel. Good evening, says D. Good evening, D. Get the word around, everybody. Liked and shared, Scottie. You're a genius, Scottie. Vaughn, so are you. There's a lot of genii on this phone-in. I am bowled over by the high caliber of the contributors. Just amazing. Dinky Doo, lovely to have you with us. I'm afraid you're a bit highbrow for the trogs I spent time with. Kirby, the Annihilator. We're not highbrow at all. You couldn't get more down to earth. This is the people's phone-in. That's what it's about. I'm not sure. I think you have to allow it by posting something that allows that. Find out. Do Angel and let me know. Guys, if you've got any suggestions about how to get the word out, let me know. You're live on Scottie's phone-in. Who's that?
Thank you, Scottie. It's Brian here.
Brian, lovely to have you with us. Is it generous, Brian?
Yes, I think it might be.
Generous, Brian. I can't thank you enough for your kindness.
That's okay, no problem.
I was looking to send you a wee email. I don't know if you got a message back off me.
I did. I got one off of you.
Generous Brian, guys, has been contributing to the phone-in, and I am so grateful.
That's okay. It's no problem.
GB, Generous Brian. Brian, what do you think of it? You can tell the truth. Everybody's listening.
Really? Do you want me to really tell the truth?
Yes.
I think it's great. I think your show is really good. I'm enjoying every minute of listening to the show, and I can't wait to hear you going on further, because I think it's a really good show, and
you like the idea of it. And think about it, Brian, it's on the internet. Now, the only reason I was saying if anybody's got a spare pound or two, I'd be very grateful, because we can buy little bits of equipment, you know, and start to build it up, little bits of software, improve things. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we've already improved the main computer.
Yeah.
And what a difference, you know, because we don't get the glitching and all that stuff.
That's good.
You know, and even the concept, I mean, I love the fact that anyone, anywhere in the world can phone right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And the fact that we're very new, Brian, it'll take a wee while.
Yeah, it's getting better. You can see the numbers, but you watch it on YouTube and see the numbers going up all the time. So
yes, yes. And YouTube, I mean, once the word gets out on YouTube, where I'm not terribly good with it is how do you get it all shared out there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just need to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10.
Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. And I don't mind if people say, nah, it's not for me. That's fine. But as long as they know about it.
Yeah.
What I tend to get is people going, oh, God, I wish I'd known that was on. I love that.
Yeah, well, we used to listen to you years ago when you were on the radio properly, and we enjoyed it then. So I was glad to hear you when you came back as well. So we're really enjoying it.
Well, Brian, I am very, very grateful to you.
No problem at all, Scottie.
You're a very kind man, and do give us a ring anytime, because you've probably sussed, we've got some great characters on here.
Yeah, I've seen them.
And they've all got an opinion.
They have. Everybody's got an opinion.
Everybody's got an opinion, and I think it's good to hear it.
It is. Everybody needs to have their voice.
Yes.
Right. Everybody needs to have their voice.
Get the voice out there. Quality talking to you, sir. Thank you.
See you later, Scottie. Dinky
Top man. Thanks, Brian. Dinky Doolah. What a fine fellow. Brian, he's just been so generous the other night. There's Kareem jumping on as well with another £1. Kareem's one of the most generous men in the world. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Kareem. I can't see anything to press to host. I've only ever seen it in the chat and the option to host. Right, Angel, but we'll get there. Thanks, Brian, for helping McClue's phone-in become a reality on the internet. Professor Numptyhead, one of the most generous men in the world. You could hire a tutor to develop your platform. Yes, but Vaughn, that costs pennies. And we're very tight for pennies. This is why we're starting from scratch. I mean, I am so amazed, as I say, at the caliber of people we've got on here. You know, we're attracting. There's a guy saying we're too highbrow. We'll never, ever be too highbrow. You know, because it is the people's. We like our opinion. Mummy. So there we are. Light up the joint, says Livers. Thank you, Livers. Livers says, I light up the joint. Somebody used to say I lit up a room. especially if I came away from the window. We love it. You've got to your own channel. In the chat, you type host, hashtag host. I'll make a note of this. You go to your own channel. Is this on YouTube or Twitch, Scarlett? And you type, where do I go? Where do I type this on my channel? Is this for Twitch or YouTube? Twitch. Right, so this is Twitch. Guys, if you're watching on Twitch, Scottie_McClue, follow me, please. Very important. So there we go. On Twitch, get monetized with Google. You don't type it. People wanting to host it has to do that. Right. So there you are. Scarlett's telling us here. You don't type it. People wanting to host have to do that. So you go to your own channel, and in the chat you type /host. Yep, I'm getting this. Everybody's jumping in here. /host and Scottie_McClue. So there's not a slash before the Scottie. Right. And other people have to type that. Is that right? So I don't type. Other people do, Scarlett. Thank you. Hello, I keep forgetting you're on. I think I'll set an alarm reminder on my phone. Am I right? 9 p.m. weeknights and 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday. I meant to say to Kareem Gordon, should we be 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday? I was thinking about that. It's wonderful. So this is on Twitch. Excellent. And we're getting that. Gordon, are you not a YouTube man? You should be able to get your notifications at 9 o'clock on YouTube. Scottie, say hi to my daughter, Kaylee. I shall do. Mummy Paws. Hi to Mummy Paws' daughter, Kaylee. We love it. Fantastic stuff. Right. Who else have we got here? Gosh, I've only got 2 or 3 minutes, guys. There's Ronnie on. Ronnie Shaw, Dinky Doo. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Ronnie. Lovely to have you with us, sir. And Dinky Doo. Scottie, if I donate an old pair of Scott FM look-alike headphones, would you wear them? And we'll crowdfund the mic. At someday, we might need to get a better mic, numpty, but hang on to your pennies. I say just now. That'd be wonderful. And that was so kind of Brian to get stuck right in there. Good night, Scottie. Sleep well. Dinky Doo. Absolutely, Dinky Doo, Ronnie. 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, says Glenn. Are you sure, Glenn? I might put this up for the nation. We'll do 10 p.m. this week, but I'll talk to the nation about it if they prefer it at 9. Do you see what I'm saying? There we are. Kaylee says, hi, says Mummy Paws. We love it. Thank you so much. Right, we're just about running out of time, guys. So I'm going to say dinky doo to all our beautiful TikTokers. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope you didn't mind going live, being part of the phone-in. And, of course, we'll have pure TikTok pop-ups. Maybe one tomorrow morning. Who knows what's happening there. Dinky doo from Scottie McClue and ta-ra-las. That's our wonderful TikTokers away, guys. Amazing how the time flies when you're having fun. Tremendous. So there we are. I'm not sure if you've been to Balmoral, Scottie. We're just back after summer break. You know, she must like soup. She's a vast amount of vegetables growing. Andrew, I don't know if you've ever heard of a show called Scotland the What. See if you can get on there. Some of the sketches about going to Balmoral, brilliant. You do it in your own channel chat, says Scarlett. Right. 10 excellent weekends, Scottie. Night, everybody. 10 excellent of the weekends. Right, Kareem? Excellent night, everybody, from Kareem, guys. Scottie, you're going to sing the goodbye song. I might just do that, Glenn. We'll need to do now. Are we ready? I'll say good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching our Wednesday night phone-in. It's been an absolute blast. Join us tomorrow 9 o'clock for Thursday, then Friday 10 o'clock, Saturday 10 o'clock sharp. This is Scottie McClue saying dinky doo to every one of you. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And a cheerio. Good night, my loves. Dinky doo. Thank you. Don't know how the TikTok works, says Ronnie. Scottie, we love listening to your chat. Proper ordinary people. There we are. Goodbye. Aye, this is Wednesday. Here's me thinking it's Thursday. What are you at, Gordon Robertson? Dinky do, everybody.